and saying, I've just decided altogether to avoid women, that it's better to be single, guys. And they're like almost proud, like they're almost like happy about the fact that they're going to choose and make the choice to avoid the entire gender of women because they have yet to actually resolve the war they have within themselves. Men.
So I think it's a choice. I think it's a choice. And, it's funny how quickly this becomes a laughable, sort of comical thing when men are saying that I'm out. I'm out. But we laud and appraise women when they say, I'm just done dating. The dating pool is pissing in, I'm done dating. And it's just fine. We look and say, yeah, work on yourself, do what you need. Men need that same thing. The reason it's so profound for men is because it's such a huge choice. And I'm talking about the ones that really say, I'm just done. I'm just done dating or pursuing women in the traditional sense. Because I don't think that women have a real understanding of just how poignant and focused and how much our lives revolve around our desire to be with you. I don't think you get it. So for a man to say, to take himself out of that race, to take himself out of that pool, out of that game, it's a profound moment. And again, I'm talking about the ones that really, really mean it, the ones that really change up their life. Think about how your job is so focal to your life, how you set your alarms by it, you go to bed by it. Sometimes you choose what to wear, what to eat by it. Your friends can be determined by it. Your status in life is determined by it. Now imagine you just said, I'm going to leave that alone and focus elsewhere because me and that job just can't seem to get on the same page. And guys, before we go more into this, continue to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell because YouTube does what YouTube will, right? And we don't want to miss those. Guys, again, did a live stream today. I hope to catch more of you guys on it. I know it's going to take time. I know this channel is in its infancy, and sometimes you need a reminder of that. But let's continue. We're going to play this one more time.
Saying, I've just decided altogether to avoid women, that it's better to be single, guys. And they're like almost proud, like they're almost like happy about the fact that they're going to choose and make the choice to avoid the entire the entire gender of women.
So wouldn't you be proud too if you saying to yourself, I'm going to let go of this thing that's been causing me pain? And I'm not, just follow me. I'm not saying that women have been causing me pain, but my desire to be with one in the way I understand and I know it and I go about it. I'm abandoning this whole treatise, this whole theorem, and I'm stepping back and saying, I need to focus on something else. And usually the other tail end of that is men saying that they want to do that for peace. That's the more important thing to them. That's what they're looking to see. That's what they're looking to do. That's the goal. It's not to say I never want to be with a woman in my life again. And most times I think men would actually, if possible, at some point in their life, yes, if they found someone that was good for them, good to them, that's who they would choose. But right now, when men talk about this in a general sense, they're saying they don't want to do that because it's been detrimental to their life. Like I said earlier, when our entire existence is built around pursuing women, built around what can we do, I've ordered my life. My life's been guided by the type of woman I envision myself with. Men are saying I need to break out of that programming. I'm putting my peace on top of that. That's the most important thing to me. That's the thing I'm looking to do. That's the way I should be living my life. It's a proud thing when men are saying I am going to put myself first. And when we hear women just looking at her reaction to this, it's like you can't understand, you can't believe, you can't fathom that men are going to say the highest order of being in my life is not a woman. I think most of us end up there. Most of us end up with that understanding. This is probably the first time historically that it's happened with younger men. that the movement that you can't really say or write out well without it YouTube flagging as a bad word. It's a very real thing for men. They're saying, "Cool, I can put this on a back burner." I don't think, again, this is not to say I don't think we don't want women. We absolutely do, but in the way it's been packaged, in the way social media puts it forward, in the way women get on here and have some of these testimonials about the ills of dating, how awful things are, how narrow a man has to navigate the world of women in order to get a shot at one through the advent of dating apps and the revelation that you have to be Superman. And even Clark Kent wouldn't get swiped on, but Superman would. Most men know they don't live up to that. Most men see it when they try or they have the experience trying it, and they've seen how it's completely ruined their lives. This is not to take onus or responsibility away from them. Yes, some of that group need to work on themselves. They need to find ways to make themselves better. But when you say I'm no longer trying and doing this, you're saying, okay, even if you can't acknowledge that I have work to do, I can do that work absent of a woman, absent my desire of a woman. And that's the true work. That's the true thing that I always want men to understand. Do the work for you, for yourself first. That's the most important thing. Regardless of at the end of the rainbow, there is a good woman for you. You should already done the work. Don't show up to the test, right? At the day of the test thinking, now I got it. Now I can do X, Y, and Z. That's not how it should be. You should show up prepared, you should show up ready. You've done the work, you're ready to go. You'll find, better partners along, that way or along the way. In truth, like I said, I don't think men want to swear off women forever. I think men just want better outcomes. And sometimes that means taking your hand away from the stove, taking your hand away from the fire and saying, let me learn how to cook. Hey, let me learn what it actually means to do any of these things. What we don't like to see is just like this almost pseudo, or maybe this is real. Maybe she just can't fathom. She just can't understand why men are saying, "I'm going to take I'm going to take a step back from this. I'm going to leave women alone in this entirety." We all understand that you're not going to, when you see a woman, you're going to cross the street, but now you're going to take, you're going to be careful. You're going to understand, I'm not going to look and pursue a relationship. That's not the most important thing to me. And it's easy for us to get into that mindset because society is always pushing it. Everything is about couples, everything's about marriage, everything is about babies, everything's about that. In some form or another, that's the thing gets pushed out. Relationships are important. We're here to be together. We're better together. That's constantly there. But right now, it doesn't feel like that's the case. It feels like it's a minefield. So some men are saying, I don't know how to navigate this well. I'm bad at it. So maybe I need to pause. Maybe I need to step back and not do it. I think that's something that should be applauded, right? Not ever really joked about. Let me know what you think.